switching something. Almost done. There we go. Update. Fixed. There we go. Didn't work. Didn't work. Oh, it did work actually. Cool. So we're seeing the bands. Anti-Mage and Furion band also. So far nothing very special. Yeah, well, I'm expecting still see Shadow Demon band, which is a very good band because, Right Mouse Button was playing him in the previous game. He did a ton load of damage, and since, well, they apparently don't want to play him again, they also don't want Replica to get it. Lycan gets banned, which means that of the normal heroes that are being banned, I mean, or the normal favorites in the pools, there's still, I was going to say Tidehunter, um, Venomancer is still there, Shadow Shaman is still there. Chen is actually still there. I'm quite surprised Chen is still there. Previous game he was on the right mouse buttons team, and I guess Replica didn't think of it as a threat enough to be in the pool again, but he didn't get picked up yet. So I'm either expecting him to be picked up by right mouse button, or rather, yeah, I don't think Replica wants to play with him. So we'll see what they go for. At least Venomancer is also still on the pool, so we'll probably see him picked up. Otherwise, banned in the previous picks, in the next bans. Wow, English, it's hard. But yeah, this is they're taking it into their bonus time for these picks. We'll probably define a bit how they're gonna play it. So Crystal Maiden doesn't give anything away though. They have now they have the hard support and as well as a dire by the way, because they have that vengeful spirit. I think they still want before the next bans goes out. They either still want well, not that Chen, because I don't think Crystal Maiden Chen. Yeah, it might work. Actually had it previous game I think too. They did have it previous game too. They go for a Venomancer instead. Always a solid pickup. That means that Chen is still left to pick up for Replica, even though I already said I don't think they will. They might get a Beastmaster or Sand King though. More stuns, even. Shadow Shaman is still left in the pool too. We haven't seen him picked up yet. Um, or banned, rather. But the time that the Radiant took to think about their picks wasn't enough for Replica to decide what they wanted to go for. And it's actually, it's gotta be a Broodmother. I'm guessing they want to ban out the Sand King then as soon as they can. And ban out the Slaughter or Bounty Hunter, because yeah, otherwise Broodmother won't be able to push and farm in safety. But yeah, nice pick up the Broodmother there. I wasn't expecting it. It's something new again, so that will be fun to watch. The bans are gonna come out soon. I'm expecting them to ban some early game. I mean maybe ban out of Mirana, and could be that they still ban out a Beastmaster. I mean, they don't really have a middle lane yet, even though you could put Broodmother in the middle lane. Ban out a Queen of Pain, maybe. Oh, but I ban out the Shadow Shaman instead. That is also mid-hero, so that's also a decent ban. Slaughter being banned out, like expected, since they have the Broodmother, they don't want Amplify on her. So they will just ban him out. They want to play versus him. It will mean that they can't ban out the carries that the right mouse button still need though. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm still expecting them to ban out solo lanes, solo thingies that can be or heroes that can be in a solo lane, either mid or top slash bottom. And I just have to say, Lone Druid isn't in the pool. So the person that gets banned here is a Lycan actually. Lone Druid is not yet in the tournament version, so we can't see him yet. And yeah, you're gonna hear that 1 minute later, so boo-hoo. Mirana gets banned. Oh yeah, like expected. I like it to get right. And Sand King being banned out also like expected. So nothing really spectacular surprising there that can give anything away from the heroes yet to come. Apart from yeah, that there's still a lot of carry options open for right mouse button because Replica wasn't able to ban anything out of that pool yeah, since they had to ban out the ones that countered their broodmother.
10 seconds remaining.
And
Five
yeah, they're gonna
seconds
take into that bonus time soon. They're using all of their bonus time, so I don't think they're very sure about what to go for. They
Reserve
might want to
time.
go for Enigma, even though there is a Vengeful Spirit, but that doesn't really mean that you can't go for an Enigma. It's just they need some team fight, maybe an Earthshaker, or they're gonna go for that carry first. It's Morphling, solar carry with a lot of escape mechanisms. Um, they don't really have a mid hero yet, even though maybe their Windrunner is gonna go mid. Hmm. I'm a bit puzzled by their lineup, to be fair, but to be true, that was the same thing for the previous time also. While the replica team has a
10 seconds
more obvious
remaining.
laning. I mean, they will solo lane Brood. They will probably have a tri lane with Leshrac. No, not with Leshrac. Sorry, with Venomancer and Tidehunter, and the one that still has to be picked up. And they will middle have a Leshrac in the middle. A lot of pushing power there. And a lot of pushing power from Broodmother also, so they can do that nice split push if they wanted to, of course. And have their last option for carry, which will probably be a ranged carry, and don't know what it
10
would be
seconds
though.
remaining.
It might be Faceless Void, but I don't think it will be.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm unsure what that will be, but that will be their tri lane.
Reserve
The
time.
picks for the last pick, I think it still needs to be a bit of a team fight hero, a bit of a strengthy hero, to be able to be at least a little bit tanky, because otherwise they don't really have any tanks. A Morphling can be considered a tank if you switch all
10
his agility to
seconds
strength,
remaining.
but I don't think that's really ideal in this lineup because I do need that right click damage.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Earthshaker or Enigma, or a Pudge, and yeah, that would be their mid hero then too. That's mystery solved. They will have a Pudge in the middle, Windrunner solo top probably, and a tri-lane bottom. That will be a very strong tri-lane versus the tri-lane of Team Replica. Even though I don't really know yet which one they will tri-lane with, and you know, if what I say is wrong, then that will not work out either. So, but yeah, if they go for carry and then tri-lane it with Avenge and the Tidehunter.
5
First the
seconds
Crystal Maiden,
remaining.
and there's so much harassment coming out from the shadow, from the Venomancer always, and
Reserve time.
yeah, I'm just really curious to see how that goes. And I'm betting Belium is gonna play the Pudge because I have heard in the previous game that or in the previous cast that he plays a killer Pudge. So I'm very curious about those hooks. And I just see in the chat that there's a Viper call. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. They need a range, they need a carry, maybe some extra slow. That might work out for them at a yeah, pretty decent pickup. But they're taking their time with coming up with the carry, if it's gonna be a carry. I bet it's one of those heroes that too completely forgotten and would be the most obvious hero to pick. They could still go for a Drow, even though well, they could go. They could go for a Drow. But you will see. They only have 20 seconds left to pick, though, so they need to make a decision pretty soon. Else they Night Stalker. See, there you have it.
2
A
to
lane that I
1.
forgot. But a Night Stalker, I'm thinking maybe I have my lane stat mashed up. I mean, Night Stalker might also go mid with Leshrac on the tri lane. But they would both be good options. And well, Well, yeah, we're gonna just see which one picks a spot, and there we go. And Liam is on the pudge like expected with Watcher 6 on the Crystal Maiden. Previous game it was Igor on the Crystal Maiden, but this time we see him on the
For
Venomancer.
battle.
So Venomancer is also going to play support, and Vlado was earlier on the Bounty Hunter, is now on the Windrunner. Yeah, like I said, Liam on the pudge, and who do I forget? I forget Farb on the Morphling, who was earlier the Night Stalker, so he's a good carry for them. And lanes are gonna be well, Crystal Maiden and, or Farb and Watcher 6 going towards the bottom lane. Probably going to be a tri lane. Some annoying clicks going out from them. Don't know who actually. And yeah, tri lane bottom. And like expected, Pudge going middle. And we have Vlado going top solo. Who was earlier top, or who was earlier solo with the Bounty Hunter. So
30 seconds to
shout
go.
out to Smieghout, inside the Besten. There you have it. It's actually gonna be, I think, a tri-lane top with Leshrac, so the Night Stalker is indeed gonna go middle. And Ryan gets another shout out from Misha. That's cool.
The battle begins.
But yeah, the lanes are almost like I predicted at least, so that's at least solid. Glad I didn't mess that up all that much. There's not a lot of aggressive play at the moment. I was gonna go over the dire side still. Replica, we have Croatia being on the Broodmother. And she's gonna solo lane versus a tri lane. She's gonna have a hard time if they oh, never mind, not if they, when they place sentry wards, because they have them. So she will be having a hard time. First double damage room went to the Night Stalker, who is being played by Skilla, mid player. And Vlado is being harassed by the Vengeful Spirit, who is played by Misha once again. They had her in the previous game too. And FLX is playing the Tidehunter, and RMC is playing the Leshrac. And this Windrunner is gonna have a hard time, just like this Broodmother is gonna have a hard time. Tri-lane versus solo lane. And there is the first sentry ward already. So, that's, yeah, it's gonna be tricky. Though the sentry ward is quite far off the lane, so I don't know if that was a good sentry ward or not. But there's still a sentry ward on Crystal Maiden, just in case they get close to killing anything. And the Pudge, it's just they're not even harassing each other that much. They're just last hitting a little bit. Like, you don't attack me, I don't attack you. That's cool. There we go. I won't attack. And yeah, Windrunner is not getting any level. Oh, she's level 2, never mind. She is getting level. Not a lot though. And there's no wards from right mouse button on the top lane to stop that pulling. So she's gonna have a hard time trying to get the creeps to come to her, rather than yeah, she going towards the creeps. She's gonna get harassed a lot. But so is his Broodmother. He knows that there's a ward probably. Probably already had some right clicks on him. And he just doesn't want to get close. And he blinked on the Crystal Maiden because,
Radiant's
yeah,
top tower is under
now
attack.
she knows that they're there. Or that Crystal Maiden is there. And the Windrunner is getting arrested. Tower dives this early already. This Vengeful Spirit is going to be in trouble. Misha, well, not in trouble because the tower chooses not to attack her, I
Radiant
guess.
structures are
But
fortified.
look at that push. Diabolic level 2 already.
Radiant
The
structures
Fortify goes off, but the damage is so immense. I think this is the first tier 1 tower within 3 minutes of the game. Definitely. Leshrac getting the last hit and stun going off on the Windrunner. And Vengeful Spirit just keeping that Windrunner at bay. She's able to do so. Damage difference isn't that big in early game without items. That's very nice. I hope I don't miss any first blood. Nope. Broodmother is being a bit harassed, but she will be saved by the tower though, so that will be fine. Night Stalker is also just well, fine with just harassing a little bit and attacking a little bit. I'm just gonna see the last hits. Oh, never mind. There comes the void. There comes the bottle though, so he will be able to pop that bottle, and I will save him his life. Baleem has 13 last hits on the middle lane, and 15 on the Night Stalker, 15 on 4. So it's the two difference, but quite even. And look at Replica being smoked up here. If Alex and Misha are ready for the Pudge, but Pudge is gonna check a rune, which is not there. Oh, never mind. Which spawns there? That's so lucky. He gets the invisibility rune, pops it instantly, and there is an invisibility or sentry ward there already. So he will be able to see the broodmother, and he's gonna kill her. I'm expecting him to be a first blood. If I don't miss anything on the top lane, hook goes off. There goes the first blood. Morphling gets the first blood. I blink instantly towards the top lane because I thought something was happening here, but this is just a lot of harassment. And is this gonna be the second tower already? Level 2 edict? No, this is not gonna be a tower. But yeah, that was the first blood. Last hit actually went to Morphling, so that's actually quite nice. But Croatia, yeah, he just didn't stand a chance versus versus that combo. Oh, there we go. Pudge kills the Leshrac. Where does he kill the Leshrac? Top lane. Yeah, top lane. But Pudge also died by the Leshrac because that edict just went on ticking. Vengeful Vengeful Spirit managed to live while Windrunner takes the fall for the Vengeful Spirit. Ooh, but there's a creep. This creep is just there. Yeah, Windrunner still gets the kill. That was quite funny. But yeah, she should have been running this way, even though there was a Crystal Main there ready to kill her. Crystal Main versus Night Stalker. Night Stalker backing off. Thought I'd never see the day. Frostbite goes off, Frost Nova will be off soon too, I guess. Nah, just a little bit of harassment. Ooh, there's the Nova. And there's the teleport in from the Windrunner. But the Salve goes off and the trees goes off, so we will be able to be fine. And the ward is gone. I wonder if Grazia knows that. We're still being super careful. I'm just gonna check the farm of Croatia. Is it 10 last hits? It's not more than the Windrunner, who has 13 last hits. And it also has a kill, so that's quite a difference there. But yeah, that's quite a difference. Or not quite a it's not a lot difference, but it's just a difference that I think like, okay, I thought Windrunner was having less farm than the Broodmother, but obviously I was wrong. And there goes the Edict again, so much damage, and the glyph is still off cooldown, so they don't have it. And that tower is actually going to be in the night range soon. Frostbite goes off, stun goes off on the Crystal Main, but he's not going to be able to do anything anymore. Windrunner just power shots through him and kills him off. And yeah, this tower is not yet in the night range, but next time Leshrac is here, that tower is going to go down, definitely. A lot of pushing power. While Morphling just happily farms. Morphling has 24 last hits. But Leshrac has 37, so that's a huge difference there. And that we'll see that we'll see that working towards Morphling's disadvantage. Leshrac's advantage. But then Leshrac did die, and Morphling didn't yet. So Leshrac died actually twice already, but he did get a kill. Me. And the gold just it would be so cool if you could get a gold graph like between two people, like comparing the gold graph for two people, including deaths and stuff. Just click on two that you want to see. But this gold graph so far shows an advantage for the Dire. It's not surprising with one tower down, and actually it's 1k and a little bit. It's a little less than the tower and the last right click damage of the tower. So they're actually quite even if you don't count the tower. Shackle shot ledges on a creep, but yeah. Nice try though. I have to admit that. Ooh, hello Venomancer. Ooh, stun goes off though on the Windrunner. No, Shackle shot doesn't latch. This Windrunner is gonna be in trouble, but Leshrac is in more trouble. Power shot goes through, and the right click will be from Crystal Maiden actually. But this Venomancer will probably die also since the sun will be up soon. There we go, double kill for the Vengeful Spirit, who also got the last hit on the Windrunner. And Here we go. Nice sucker. Getting blocked by the creeps. By Crystal Maiden. Nice try though. Nice try. Trying to get around that. Eating through the trees. Where is Pudge? There he is. Was expecting some nice hooks. But he's not in a position to do so yet.
Radiant's
Ooh,
top tower has
sorry.
fallen.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, like I said, the next time the Shrek would be was there. It wasn't the Shrek actually, but the tower went down. It was only on 200 HP, so that's just so low. And I bet Leshrac is gonna focus his efforts, well, bottom lane, if he's not gonna die first, because there's the dismember. Probably to get the last hit on Leshrac, but the tower is so low already. He's just gonna give his life for the tower if he just keeps doing that. Okay, he will feed feed a little bit. Ward goes up. They know he's there. Spawn Spiderlings is there. Punch is there. He doesn't have a dismember yet, but a frostbite goes on goes on skill, and the tower gets the last hit, or Morphling actually gets the last hit, and finishes him off, and the rest just backs off because they know that without a Night Stalker they will be painfully outnumbered. Nice job on the punch there. Getting the hook in there, even though it was super close. Not really all that big of an accomplishment. And
Dire's middle tower
yeah,
is
Morphling
under
just
attack.
continues to farm. He did get a last hit there though, so that's actually quite nice. And right mouse button wants to push this tower. Gonna go for yeah, well, they can't push the tower actually. The only one there is a Vengeful Spirit to defend it, and she's actually gonna get shackled to a tree now. Power shot goes through, hook goes through. Dismember is on there, and she's not gonna be able to get away from that part to get the last hits on that. And teleport came in from the Night Stalker, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to do anything yet. Still, he is gonna be able to void and get it, but the Gale doesn't hit him anymore, so he will be able to get away. Actually, quite nice. Yeah, that ward is still there. It's just a little bit of harassment, but yeah, the tower is still there too, so... Where's Leshrac? Wanna see him push. Oh, I wonder why he's here, if he's gonna try to push already. Well, he actually is gonna go for the pudge. He gets a stun off. Right, Night Stalker right clicks him down and actually kill is for the creeps, so it's gold is split.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And they're gonna go for this tower here. They're gonna just dive the tower with Tidehunter, also pushing back the lane a little bit. And the edicts will be off soon enough. Level 4 edict, so it's gonna be a lot of damage on the tower.
Radiant's
There
middle
we have
tower
it.
is under attack.
And yeah, there goes the
Radiant's
glyph.
structures
But I
have
don't think that will do
fallen.
anything anymore. They will just kill off
Radiant's
the
middle
towers,
tower has fallen.
systematically wiping out the towers. And I think he even wants to try to get some damage done on the other tier 2 tower. I mean, 4 seconds for edict. And he will be able to get quite a bit of damage done if he just stands there for the time being that the tower is getting tanked for. If he activates it. He doesn't want to activate it yet. I guess he wants to activate it now though. The Pudge is trying to get a hook out though. There we go. Gets the Venomant, of course, sorry, gets the Leshrac. Ravage is there. Leshrac is gonna be able to get away. Stun goes off on the Venomancer, who's gonna be killed off by the Night Stalker. And nice swaps. Sacrificing Tide for the greater good. Power shot goes through, doesn't hit on Leshrac, but he does get shackled to a tree, so he will die to the Crystal Main. A stun goes off on Morphling, but yeah, so they're able to get away. 2 for 2. A Night Stalker and a Leshrac for a Pudge and a Venomancer. I would say that's a decent trade for both. Never mind. It's gonna be a more decent trade for right mouse button to chase down also the Venomancer. Otherwise, it was quite even at least. And this Pudge is just gonna get harassed by little spiderlings. And there's no ward up at the moment. I wonder why he doesn't continue to go though. Ulti ran out, I guess. And Pudge wants to get a hook in, but gets a creep instead. And now that the hook is on cooldown, you see Cryasia wanting to go for that again, but they just don't try. Venomous is there. Here they come back though. Spiderlings see Venomancer. They won't be able to do a lot anymore. I am expecting, I'm gonna pop the Goldcraft in a second, I'm expecting them to be, well, or the gold graph be heavily in favor of Replica due to the towers that are dying so fast. Yeah, over 5k, solid line, a couple of spikes, but yeah, just a solid line for in favor of Replica there. And I'm just gonna take the experience graph, because that's actually looking a lot more funny. It's not a big advantage for right mouse button, but it is an advantage, and that might help them later on. You never know, getting those levels up. And let's see what the biggest difference is. We have a level 11 Night Stalker on Replica though, so it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be the supports of Replica being lower level than the supports of what of wow of right mouse button. I was gonna say Watcher 6, but it's not the name of the team. Crazy, silly. And I think they want to go for the tower still. They're just gonna continue pushing. And with the gold advantage that they have, they can afford to wait a little bit and just see which hero they can pick out next. And they're gonna try to go for this tower, killing off the creep wave. But there's support already. It's they're being
Radiant's
outnumbered though.
bottom tower
I mean,
is
all
under
five
attack.
of Replica are there, and there's only three of right mouse button. They can't do a lot without the, the danger of them dying.
Radiant's bottom tower has
So they
fallen.
kill the tower and they just go away again. So the only tier 1 tower still, sorry, tier 2 tower still standing is the one in the middle. And that one is on half HP. And on for Replica, there's no tower down yet, even though they're okay. They have some damage taking on them. Okay, top tower doesn't have any at all. But that's a lot of gold there. Look at the gold craft spiking even more in favor of Replica. And Roshan being initiated now, and they can easily do this without being fought over it for it. I mean, they don't even know that they're there, I think.
Dire's top tower is under.
There we
Roshan
go.
has
Leshrac picks
fallen
up the
again.
Aegis. I'm just gonna go for the items because I forgot about that a little bit. And it looks like Night Stalker's gonna go for that BKB. And Vengeful is just supporting. That got a lot of farm actually. We're actually gonna press this button. It's way better. We see mana boots up on both sides. No mechanisms up on both sides. Urn up on both sides. But Windrunner is going for a mech. And is actually further than the one that's going for a mech on the on Replica, because I don't really see who's going for it there. Other than that, it's just most of the core items. Yeah, not all that impressive. I mean, it's 16 minutes in the game. Windrunner almost has her BKB, has her mech
Radiant's middle
complete.
tower is under
A
attack.
little bit of harassment from Vengeful Spirit, and Tidehunter wants to go in. He wants to ravage. There we go. Blink Dagger on the Tide makes him get the ravage. Gale goes off, so Windrunner will be able to get away. There is the Morphling being caught out of position. But Night Stalker is dying first to the Venomancer. Morphling is a bit, I think Morphling is a bit overextending, but he might be able to do something there. Oh, but never mind, I forgot his escape. He can just port towards his solution. Leshrac is on the run, but I don't think he will be able to. He has an Aegis though, so he will be up soon. This Pudge is gonna be in trouble if he's gonna get a spawn Spiderlings on him though. There we go, kills him. That was to be expected. And that's actually a 4-for-1 wipe. 4-for-1 kill. Fight. They're still low level, so the times that they're death are like really,
Radiant's middle tower
really
is under
short.
attack.
But it's still painful because this is the last tier 2 tower
Radiant's
for
top
right mouse
tower
button that's
is
gonna go
under
down.
attack.
And they're not gonna push in further because they know, no, just like previous game, if you have that advantage, keep that advantage. So if they would have pushed in now, they would have lost some lives. They don't want that. Brood Mother getting some farm in the forest. The wards that right mouse button has on at the moment are super defensive. Just so they know who's coming into their base. But I guess that's the only vision they really have. So, yeah. Better than some than none, regardless. There's the wards of Replica are mostly to check out who's in the forest. Wonder if he's gonna take the double damage room. There we go. Did take a double damage room. That looks weird. And the Pudge just getting some farm. Ooh, someone just brought something. Ooh, this Vengeful Spirit might be overstepping our boundaries a little bit. And here comes the Morphling doing quite a bit of damage, and he will be able to get a many shock up on him. But even if he doesn't, there comes the teleport. That tower is so in deny range. I wonder if they're gonna do it. He doesn't have an ulti yet, 12 seconds. Gale goes off on the Tidehunter, so he won't be able to chase. And he will stop doing so either. Actually, the Gale also had the Venomancer, Vengeful Spirit, which is quite nice. Shackle Shot doesn't latch. Nice try though. They're not gonna deny... There, never mind. I was gonna think they're not gonna deny this tower, but of course they are. It was close though, very close. Windrunner was there to do something about that. Shackle Shot does latch to a tree. Power Shot goes through. I wonder if they're just gonna go for it. Yes, she is. She doesn't get it though. There goes the Ravage up just for the Windrunner. Catches off the Windrunner and Crystal Maiden. Actually, Spawn Spiderlings will finish off the Windrunner, and Crystal Maiden is gonna be in trouble here. Yeah. Tidehunter killing her off. Tidehunter being very low himself also. Did I miss some kills on the back there? I don't know. But yeah, that's not a very good fight for right mouse button. Overextending heavily there. Just for the kill on the Vengeful Spirit, which actually didn't happen. So no kills for that chase down. Apart from the tower, but I don't think the tower really was worth it. I mean, it was super low. And it got denied, so that doesn't really matter anyway. And they will get a tier 3 tower for this. The edict is on. The glyph is on too, so if they don't get this tower, they will at least have the glyph. But Morphling is there. He's not able to do anything. And yeah, they back off. They do a lot of damage though. Half health. Exactly half health, actually. Nice. They, yeah, they just back off. Smart. Ooh, Pudge didn't hit anything apart from a creep. And yeah, yeah, Replica just continuing to farm again. They don't force push, they just wait until right mouse button forces a team fight, overextends, and then they go for it instead. Unless this is considered bait. This might be considered bait. Ooh. This Tidehunter is gonna be in trouble. This member is gonna go off. Hook finishes him off. Sun goes off on the Crystal Maiden from the Vengeful Spirit though. She's gonna go right down by the right click of it. And Morphling is there too, trying to finish up the Vengeful Spirit, but he won't be able to do so. He will go for teleporting home though, and he will be able to make it. And yeah, the rest is just backing off also. They don't want to overextend again like they did earlier. Yeah, there's nothing Night Stalker can do to stop it, and the stun from the Shrek would have come way too late, so he's able to get away. Whoa! Nice hook. He didn't have vision. He didn't have vision either, so that was just a really nice hook from Pudge finishing off the Vengeful Spirit, so at least they got one kill out of that. Nah, Replica defending their towers quite heavily. 2 teleports in for the top tower. Game is paused. Broodmother was disconnected, but it's back now. In the meantime, well, pauses off again. Look at that gold graph. Steady line towards the 10k, over 10k. It's almost 12k. It has been 12k even. And there's just not a lot that the right mouse button has been able to do against it. It's those towers that's so much gold already. And that gold advantage that kinda went over to advantage in the team fights, and they just have to be very careful. They're not out of the woods. I mean, they're not out of the woods. I mean, they're not chanceless. How do you say that? Don't know. They will be able to do some damage if they want to. If they just get a little bit of tower kills to or you know, ganks, that would be worth it too. But that gold would make so much difference of the towers. We're ready. Ooh, hello Tidehunter. Hook on the Tidehunter. Gale goes off. Yeah, power shot goes through, finishes him off. There's not a lot he could do about that, but I don't think it was worth the smoke. Even though he did have his Ravage up, so if they want to go for something now, they should, because there's no Ravage. They will have the advantage of the fight. They actually want. Oh, Breed mother disconnected again. Croatia. They were gonna go for this tower here. This tower right here is gonna be their target. I'm just gonna check the items a little bit. There's 3 BKBs up on the Dire. 3. And none of the on the Radiant. I have to actually say though, there's no there's no pipe. There's no mech. There's just 3 BKBs and a Blink Dagger on Tidehunter. Oh, and Medallion of Courage on the on Vengeful Spirit. But that mech charge on the Windrunner might make a difference for them. But Linked Sphere on the Morphling, there too. But other than that, the rest of their heroes aren't really all that great in their gold, and that's just towers. I mean, that's the only reason the carries are getting, or the carries, wow, the supports are getting most of their gold. I mean, Tidehunter and Tidehunter and Vengeful Spirit, they don't have a lot of last hits. They don't need a lot of last hits. They're supports. But just having those towers makes them able to get the items that they want and need. It's just that difference will be big. I'm expecting, looking at the levels, that the level advantage is now in favor of Replica, which earlier it wasn't. And we see after the last time I checked it, when it was in favor of right mouse button, it dipped tons. 7.5k, that's a lot. So that is painful, and that will show in the fights also. They're just they're out leveled and out farmed. Um, yeah, that brings them in a very tricky position, and we're gonna see how they do next. I mean, Roshan is not up yet. Broodmother has a Vladsen, and yeah, that BKB. And like I said, they went for this tower. They want to go for this tower, and they're gonna be able to take it. I mean, nobody of Dire is really worried about it. I wonder if yep, there we go. Nightstalker wants to get a push in return, and that will force right mouse button to retreat and actually defend their towers. Even though it was just one person, but they didn't know that. It's gonna be at least two teleports that were coming out. One from Farb and one from Belium. Where does Brute Mother teleport to? Teleport into the top lane to get some extra farm. A lot of farm there actually. That ward is gonna die pretty soon. And this is the only ward now that Dire has, that right mouse button has up. There is some invisibility wards left on the Crystal Main. I'm actually surprised. Oh, never mind. Venomancer has some dust, just in case. Oh, Morphling, you're in trouble. You're gonna be nice. First avoid, then the silence, so that Lincoln Sphere doesn't do anything, so he can't get away. Leshrac is trying to get in range of the stun, but actually misses. BKB goes up on the Leshrac, and he teleports BKBs out straight away. Nightstalker's gonna try to run away. It is night, so he's able to run very fast, but he's not gonna be able to withstand a hook and dismember. So he's just gonna die. And yeah, that's all of right mouse button team to assist on that. Yeah, they're gonna try to push for the next tier 2 tower, and like I said, they need those towers just to get their gold. I mean, they're not gonna get it by farming anymore. They need those kills, and they need the towers. And yeah, that's gonna be tricky. There we go. Sorry to move my cat. This one is a copy of Morph, so he can be at two places at the same time. That's very nice, actually. Or is it? Or is it? Or was it? Don't think it was. Oh well. But yeah, they don't push in any further. And Roshan is back up. And they don't know it yet. I think Replica might want to go for Roshan again soon. But then nobody checks if he's there, so I guess they don't know. It's a bit of a stalemate. With Morphling does try to get a little bit extra farm. But yeah. It's gonna actually those towers, look at what those towers did. Those towers actually made it go back a bit towards the 8k. It's still a lot, but it does help a lot. And there's still 3 towers, which is like 400, 4,050, 500 gold, so that will make it even more even. I'm counting the last hits with those.
Roshan has fallen to the
So
enemy.
they Roshan Leshek has the Aegis once again. Like I said, Smoke off instantly doesn't hit on the Night Stalker though. Oh, it does. Just a bug that I don't see it. Okay. And they want to go for it. And they're gonna be able to do it. I mean, they have a ward here. Oh, look at that. They are smoked, but yeah, that sentry ward will show them everything they need to know. It's night though. I'm expecting them to wanting to go
Dire's
soon.
top tower is under attack.
They're gonna step to push on the tower. I'm thinking this game could still go either way, even though at the moment it looks heavily in advantage of Replica, but just a couple of good hooks, good team fight, failed Ravage, and those towers, that gold difference. I mean, get those items up on the Radiant, and they'll be fine. And they do have a mech, yeah, they do. And we see Windrunner. What's Windrunner going for? She has an ultimate orb, so I'm expecting her to go for a sheep stick probably. Yeah, probably. Wonder if she's gonna get enough gold for that though. Doubt she will. Oh, he didn't. That was a blind hook. That was a blind hook. Gotta appreciate the blind hooks. Um, but yeah, he hooked the spider instead, so he did know that he was right. This time he didn't know that he was already gone, so he doesn't get anything latched on the hook. Teleports go off to their base because they now see the push incoming on the middle lane. They want to use that Aegis. They want to get some kills and perhaps get the tower even down more. 50%. Last time they got it 50%. The glyph will be up again.
Radiant's middle
And
tower is
look at
under
that.
attack.
Look at that speed. The glyph came a little bit late, but
Barracks are
yeah,
fortified.
that tower is definitely gonna go down. There we go. Last hit goes to Leshrac. Hook!
Radiant's middle
What a
tower
hook!
has fallen.
Hits on the Leshrac. He's gonna go down. He does have the Aegis though. Huge spider incoming with his BKB on, doing a lot of damage on the Pudge, who is not gonna be able to live through it. Broodmother just finishes him off quite easily. Morphling is getting killed off by the Leshrac, and yeah, Broodmother's BKB runs off, so she will be able to get frostbitten. And we have to get back off. Shackle doesn't latch, but no lives were lost on the dire side. There goes the knight. Stun goes off on the Windrunner. They abandon the killing of the barracks for it. And Leshrac gets the last hit on it, and Croatia should be backing off a little bit because those towers are really hurting him. And that's the first barracks right there.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
That's the first barracks off, and that was barracks bound to happen. And she gets the words for that. Night Stalker got his skull basher. Quite friendly. And on the net, not, yeah, there are some nice items. I mean, slow booster on the Leshrac, which is always nice to have. And Tidehunter not getting a lot of farm, but yeah, he has his blink daggers, so he's a walking ultimate with a mechanism, which is quite nice for him actually. And he doesn't need a lot more. For now anyway, because the rest of his team will do the damage without him, or with or without him. Broodmother has a Orchid up, so we'll do even more damage already if she puts that up, and will force people to walk rather than perhaps weave away. Waveform? Don't know. Wave. Uh, sh- she might be a little bit of trouble getting chased down, but she's so fast she might not care. We see an invisibility rune, a Night Stalker, just exploring the forest. It's his own ward, so he didn't get spot off. And here's what was nice counterwarding going on, by the way. And these are from the Crystal Maiden, who has the mana boots and the stick, as in magic wand. Yeah. So also has not, well, she doesn't need that much else. I mean, she'll die anyway. Haha. Sorry, that's rude. And yeah, we already saw Vengeful. She looks like she's gonna go for a Force Staff, probably. Not a bad item choice, to be fair. Morphling is building towards the Manta style. Already has his Yasha, but still needs a lot of gold for that Ultimate Orb. Ultimate Orb, which Windrunner, by the way, does have. But not a lot of extra gold, so I thought that she was going for Scythe of Ice, but starting to doubt that, to be fair. And pipe is almost complete on the Pudge. It's actually taking him quite a long time to get his pipe complete. I don't think that they want to have this push. They, yeah, they need to have, do they have teleports? Yes, they do. There they go. Teleports go in. They need to be able to defend this. Tidehunter's ulti is up, and yeah, they're gonna have a hard time defending this. They will. Definitely will. And there comes the hook. There comes the BKB also though. Link goes in. Ravage goes off. Pudge is in trouble. Getting stunned off. Killed off by the Broodmother. Oh no, we're killing off by the Nightstalker. Broodmother actually finishes off the Venomancer. And the rest flees. And they have to flee because there's not a lot they can do. Power Shot kills off a little bit of spiders, but the Rex will die anyway. And a nice swap on Morphling there, who's gonna go down so fast by Leshrac getting in the last hit. Shackle Shot latches on the Vengeful Spirit, but yeah, doesn't do anything anymore. And they're gonna go for the towers. They're not gonna go for the top lane anymore. A Shackle Shot latches the spider to the Tidehunter. Actually, nice shackle. And yeah, there we have the GG being called out by Watcher 6. Right mouse button will have to still do the best out of 3 versus the other loser of the semifinals to get for the last for the number 3 spot. And Replica we'll see in the finals.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
There we go. Yeah. There's a bit of annoyance going on.
Is under attack.
But yeah, the Ancient's gonna go down anyway. Boots of Travel being bought on the Leshrac just to be able to get here faster. There we go. And that was the disconnect. So were they already gone? No, they were still there. That's cool. So that's gonna be the semifinals of that. The Mishmash tournament. And actually